Foul call. There'll be number 21 Connor Chandler with the contact. His third personal. Blue Lions in the bonus. Piper to the line. Basket, Piper. Number 15, Jackson Hughes, his third of the evening. Marcos gives him to the line. 2 shots. Bringing Lions back on the court for McClain. Gives him gently back in. The foul sends Everhart to the line. Shooting 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Williams in the building. Jason Williams with a white shot that has a red hand sticker on the rear window. Again, Jason Williams, white shot, red hand sticker on the rear window. License plate JLD385S. JLD385S or 55. Please make your way to the gym lobby at this time. Near the concessions. Thank you. The line goes against number 1, Jackson Everhart. His second. Brendan Bags to the line. Shooting 2. first of the evening. And now putting Anderson to the line. 2 shots.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Ride the Wave show. I'm your host, Clay Archer, and I'm alongside our legendary friend, the one and only, the man who started here in Greenfield, McClain, coached under the great Coach Van Meter.
That's right.
Went over to Paint Valley to become the greatest basketball coach that has ever set foot on those floors, no matter what the politicians say over there. The one, the only, Dave Shoemaker.
Easy. Thank you very much.
Coach,
but
we have a great game on tacks here. We have McClain versus their hated rivals, Washington Courthouse. McClain's 2-0, Courthouse is 3-2. We are going to get to that in a little bit, but I would say thank you for being here tonight. And
glad to be here, man.
It's just not right that you're not in the Hall of Fame over there in Bay Valley.
Well, you know.
I had to tell it to you on the show.
I know, and I appreciate your support, but I mean, there's more people than me that should be in there that aren't in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Michaela Newland is the best softball player in the history of the SVC, arguably. Lexi Woods, the all-time leading scorer in basketball history for the women. Mason McCloy, 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds. Clay Stratton, 1,300 points. I mean, there's a lot of people that need to be in there that I'd rather see get in there before me, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd like to be in. But, you know, there's a secret committee, and they vote the way they want to vote, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but
we know who the greatest coach is out there. It doesn't need to be written. So let's let the people know, though, because a lot of people are questioning, you know, hey, there is a process. Well, there is a process. So why don't we let people know how that process works here, Coach?
Well, I don't. That's one of the problems. The transparency is not great because it's sort of a secret committee that they just send out forms to and stats, and then people send it back in anonymously, basically. And I don't want to say that I had all the answers when I started the Hall of Fame at Paint Valley, and we would meet 2 or 3 times before the actual voting, because in the first induction ceremony, I mean, a lot of people didn't know who Mark Litter was.
No.
Well, he was an All-American football player in 1970.
Yeah, literally.
He was on he was the middle linebacker on a team where they picked 11 people, all levels in the United States. He was the middle linebacker.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know that now, and I understand that. But that's why I think you need to sit down and have communication and talk about it and discuss it.
Yeah.
Because some people that may not know that might go, "Well, okay, well, I see why he should be voted in."
And it should take more than just somebody, I feel like, going to Paint Valley, writing on a piece of paper they should be in there. Gail Mahaffey said, hey, at Yoda, if you make All-Ohio anything on any level, you're automatically put into the Hall of Fame. That was kind of one of their standards they had. Well, going into this game again, it is McClain. They are 2-0 against Washington Courthouse. We are in the house that Van Meter built, Coach. Before we get into tonight's matchup, I mean, I'm just looking over there. Regular season undefeated, 86-87. Regular season undefeated, 2006-2007, with friend of the show, absolute dog, Dante Jackson. Talk about what the culture is like here in Greenfield, Coach, because, you know, you just kind of get a Paint Valley small town vibe over here.
Yeah, the greatest thing about this school is I was last here 35 years ago, and I can't get 10 feet without people talking to me like
I saw this. This
like
is true.
I'm family, you know, and it's a special community, and I think Paint Valley's like that too. But let me make it clear, I was a very small part of those 80s teams. I was a junior high coach with the legendary Joe Weiskup, who became a varsity coach later. Tim Gossett was on staff, Tom Dean, the legendary Dave Payton was the varsity assistant. I was a very teeny tiny part of it. I was a part of the scouting crew. Joe and I would, all those great tournament runs, we would drive that Greenfield van to all over Ohio to scout the next opponent. So I was a part of it, but I was a small part of it. But I did learn so much about basketball and discipline and relationships and getting kids to play hard.
Yeah.
You know, I was never the greatest X and O guy in the world, and I don't think Van Meter was either. I think Joe Weiskup was. I think Tim Gossett was. But Rick's secret was he got kids to play hard.
Yeah.
And I think that was my biggest strength too. I got kids to play.
I can definitely agree with that.
And, you know, we never did anything really fancy. We just got kids to play their butts off, you know.
And I learned that here. I feel like that's why Van Meter's so loved here, because he kind of represented the town.
Yeah. And
the way he coaches, the way that these citizens work.
Well, the way I always viewed it, and this is just my opinion, but Rick came here from Southern Ohio, and he had this attitude like, people are looking down on us. Courthouse and Hillsborough and Miami Trace. They look at us as these little.
Yeah. The little tigers over here.
No respect for us.
Yep.
And the McClain athletes fed into that. They were like, no, we're not going to take that, And they stood up and they went on I think it was a 73-4 run. I know we went 20-2 and 21-1 and then
86, 87, 25-1.
25-1, yeah.
Insane.
Amazing teams. And we weren't over abundant with talent.
Yeah.
They just played as a team and they played hard and they were extremely well coached. And I've learned a lot from several coaches in my life, including Bob Huggins and Gary Williams at Maryland, who we've had on the show before. But Van Meter's right up there. He's right up there. I maybe learned more from him than anybody. It's just, he told me one time you have to keep your thumb on the mouse. And what he meant was you keep coaching no matter what. Yeah. It's like having your thumb on a mouse.
Yeah.
If you decide to let up one day a little bit and pull your thumb up, the mouse is going to scurry away and you're going to lose control. And he's right. And you played for me. That's the way we did things.
I was the mouse.
You kept pressing, kept pushing, kept working hard, man.
So coming into tonight, we have Jared Haynes. He's going to be on the McClain coach tonight. Actually coming over from some great success on the girls' side. Coach, they started out hot. They had their first game against East Clinton. They won that 64-36. Then they just played White Oak. Barely escaped that one, winning 50-47 before coming into tonight. Now, I know there are a couple of kids that you were wanting to talk about to keep our eyes on the McClain side.
Well, from what I've talked to a few people, and Zane Adams is kind of the straw that stirs the drink. He keeps everything going. He's got good size. He's number one. He's the son of Amanda Hall, who was an outstanding women's player from here. Several years ago at this point, but he's also related to, I think, Robbie Hall must be his uncle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's something like that.
I won't be able to correct you.
Robbie coached softball over at Uniota. He was a really good basketball player here.
Okay.
He played drums for Philo Betta.
Oh, the amazing Philo Betta.
He's a good dude. But anyway, Zane comes from a good family, good bloodline, and they're all great people. I know his grandma and grandpa, and they're really good people. You want me to go through the guys I know?
Yeah. Anybody else?
Jordan Bell, I heard from a couple people he hasn't met a shot he doesn't like. He's not afraid to put it up.
Clay Stratton 2.0.
I had players like that.
Yeah.
They can miss 5 in a row, and they think, I'm going to make the next one, so they keep putting it up.
Absolutely.
Riley Cummins is a defensive specialist. They tell me he can shut you down, so everybody needs a guy like that.
Big in football, too.
You were my guy.
Yeah, I was
you were my shutdown guy.
I didn't know how to shoot, so why not stop people from doing it?
Owen Sykes, number 12, his name was mentioned several times. One of the things they told me about him is he loves the Haynes Smash Burger.
Oh,
nice. I
nice.
don't know if that's the basketball coach's, if he's the cook or if it's his wife, but somebody's making
I need to have that.
A Haynes Smash Burger, so maybe we can get those at some point.
Please.
There's a Lovett kid that's a freshman that is a really good athlete. I know his dad, too.
Okay.
Who's supposed to be a really good athlete. I guess they got a big guy named I can't tell if it's, I wrote it down. I can't tell if it's Bowden or I can't tell. He's number 0. Bowden, yeah.
Yeah, Dowden, Tristan Dowden.
And they said he's a big banger, raw, not real refined yet, but he'll go in there and knock you around. We used to call those guys slungers back in the day. He's a slunger. I don't know what that means, but just a big guy that's going to knock you on your ass.
Before we finish tonight, we will also have the slider debate because I've been asking a lot of people about that since you posted it.
From what I've seen from these guys, both of them have run the Princeton offense.
Okay.
I think Pete Carroll used to run it back in the 80s.
Okay.
It's usually you turn it over and get a good shot and grind the clock, but you can run with it too. You can push the ball with it too. So I think they're both going to do that. I think both of them are going to do the dribble drive like everybody's done the last 8 years. But we'll see what happens.
Now going on the Washington Courthouse side, they're 3-2, split their last 2 games. They lost one 53-43 to Circleville, and they just beat a very good Vinton County team 59-58. So both of these teams are coming off of close losses, trying to get a good FAC win to start off league play 1-0. Before we get out of here, want to give a huge shout out to Harley. She came up out of nowhere and said, "Hey, I can run the camera for you guys."
Harley, I just posted her picture on Facebook.
Yes, Harley is here.
She's already a legend.
The day, Ride the Wave Show legend. You will see. I will go ahead and apologize for the clock. That ain't going to be running tonight. We don't have the manpower for it, but we'll have the score going.
Harley O'Connor.
We're going to take a short break for the national anthem. We'll be right back on Ride the Wave Show, presented by North Fork Animal Clinic.
Good evening, everyone. This fall marks an event in our district's history. This gym that we are all in right now turns 50 years old. And so tonight we've brought back a little bit of history, but first I'd like to share just a little bit about what happened in the very first game that was ever played in this gym. It was played on November 26, 1974. The Tigers beat Miami Trace 57-54. There was a special program issued commemorating the celebration. The varsity team that year had a pretty outstanding record. They reached the second game in the regional tournament, losing to Riverview after having beat Marion River Valley in overtime in the first regional tournament game. So before I introduce our special guests that we have here this evening, there are some special guests, some of whom will be familiar to some of you, who we've had communication with that could not be here tonight. The first one being Sam Snyder, who was the varsity head coach. Steve Willett was a varsity player and honorable mention SCOL. Victor Hakes. You may have seen Victor out in the lobby on the poster with the tiger head. Victor worked with the cheerleaders that year to create a mascot costume, and he took on the role as the mascot that school year. Joe Stewart. Joe was a varsity player and honorable mention SCOL that year. Joe also thought it was important to share about the work of Superintendent Richard Reynolds. Richard was the one who worked very hard to get this gym constructed and unfortunately passed away a few years ago. With that, we have some special guests here with us this evening. If you would hold your applause to the end. First, we have Luann Lucas Rowe, who was a varsity cheerleader. Lori Current Anderson, also a varsity cheerleader that year. And Leanne McNeil Cooper, also a varsity cheerleader. Jeff Holsinger next to me. He was a varsity basketball player that year. And in addition to that, his father, Rodney, and his brother, Steve, were electricians on this project. Chuck Cole was a JV player that year. He's hiding currently behind the cheerleaders. And Chuck made a good point. You know, the varsity team did well that year, but actually the JV team was the first team to win a game in this gym. And then I go next to Tim Gossett. Tim Gossett was the first person to score a basket in this gym. Slideshow that is being played out on the screen near the restrooms. You'll definitely want to check it out because Mr. Doug Daniels, who is here with us, also, he put together that slideshow, or he didn't put it together, his pictures are in that slideshow. He was in the class of 74 and created a scrapbook with some really great pictures that showed the construction of this gym. Last but not least, a very familiar face to a lot of our ball games, photographer, Jimmy Jones. Jimmy was also a varsity basketball player. So our ask is, when will it not be called the new gym anymore? And probably the best way to answer that is that for those of us who know it as the new gym, it will always be the new gym. So over time, it might be that future generations don't call it that, but for right now, it is the new gym, and that's what it will be. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mrs. Gray, and everyone involved. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and direct your attention to center court as McClain's Cadet Corps presents the colors this evening. Tonight's color detail includes Cadet Second Lieutenant Sarah Kegley, Cadet Staff Sergeant Eli Douglas, Cadet Staff Sergeant Ava Wilson, and commanding the team this evening is Cadet First Lieutenant Abigail Couch. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem performed by the McClain Pep Band, the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you just heard here, we didn't even realize this, but we are celebrating the 50th year of the quote-unquote new gym over here at McClain. You know, Coach, they didn't name it tonight, but we're going to go ahead and name it the house that Van Meter built. I mean, he has to have the most wins in this gym, obviously.
That would be the guy.
If not McClain history. So a great historical night that we get to be here with McClain versus Washington Courthouse. Now, Coach, we touched on it a little bit in our pregame, but what are some outcomes? What are some things that you're looking for in this game, and what are some outcomes that you're expecting to see?
Whoever controls the tempo, I think, is going to be huge. Although I don't know, maybe they're both going to try to run, but I'm guessing that McClain's going to try to control tempo and slow it down a little bit. Courthouse historically has not been real disciplined offensively or defensively, and I know Coach Haynes is wanting to bring back that old school McClain discipline where you get down and get in people's faces and guard them and play hard, and I know that's what he wants. And they haven't had a lot of success since Van Meter was here and retired 15 years ago.
They had
whatever
that
it
one
was.
year where they lost to Waverly, but other than that, it hasn't been.
Yeah, Joe Stewart had a couple good years, and Joe's a great coach. But other than him, they haven't had a lot of success. So I know Coach Haynes is trying to bring that back.
I do believe Coach Haynes is the third coach in as many years here at McClain. So once you get that stability going, you can actually build a program, get that continuity. That's whenever that you're going to be able to see some changes in this program.
I know he's got two returning starters, and he's got 3 players that quit last year that are coming back. So
it does feel weird to cheer for the purple and gold. I will say that, Coach. It is insane. Now, as we go on the other side of the FAC action, it is Washington Courthouse. They are coached by Shannon Bartruff, and you know, these are two teams where if you looked at their football team, take that and throw it out the window, because when it comes to basketball, this is where these two schools, and I feel like the FAC as a whole, really can hang their hat on.
I remember some battles between Van Meter and Gary Schaefer at Courthouse. Gary Schaefer was a legendary coach in his own right, and they had some rock fights in this place and up at Courthouse.
Sounds like my kind of basketball if you ever replay it.
Exactly.
So starting for Washington Courthouse, we have number 3, the junior, Bryson Heath. We have number 30, Noah Havecock, another junior. We have number 13, Roman Cheveski, a senior. We have number 2, Justin Everhart, a junior. And we have number 10, Javen Baker, another junior. All juniors except for one, Roman. He's the lone senior. Now, when we look at the McClain Fighting Tigers side, we have number 3, Riley Cummins. Number 1, Zane Adams. Number 4, Jordan Bell. Number 12, Owen Sykes. And number 24, Brandon Green. Well, Coach, the cheerleaders are jumping, the fans are cheering, the band is playing absolutely out of their minds right now, and I think it is time to tip off the FAC season here 50 years after this gym has been built in beautiful Greenfield, McClain. Tip is up, and it goes to McClain.
One of the Carter boys just threw up the tip, an official. He's one of my favorites.
So here we go, number 24.
Whoa, what a
goes
shot.
In,
Holy
makes
cow.
The 2.
Wow, Green with a spin.
Greenfield jumps out
move in the paint.
to a quick 2-0 lead as we are just 20 seconds in the game. Remember, I told you that clock isn't moving tonight. We just don't have the manpower. But the manpower of Zane Adams' defense almost makes Washington Courthouse lose the ball, but they'll get it up top. And they go over to the wing. That's going to be number 2, Everhart. He's going to try to go down low, but that hard-nosed defense you were talking about, Coach Shue, makes the ball go out of bounds.
McClain's in a man-to-man, and they were getting after it right there. They were getting their hands all over the place.
So here we go. Green again already has 2 points for McClain. Bell brings the ball up the court, hands it off to Green again. Oh, who turns it over. Steal by Heath, who makes a nice pass over to Baker, lays it up, ain't in.
Nothing will upset a coach more than turnovers leading to points.
Trust me, I know. You yelled at me for a lot.
Most frustrating thing in the world. It was just a lazy pass at the top of the key, which led to a direct layup.
Okay, Green, he has the ball again. Gets it over there to Adams in the corner. Makes a nice move. Oh, reverse layup.
Nice
and
move.
in!
Nice
Off
move.
the glass.
Dribble to baseline, use the rim to protect his shot. Threw it in.
A little Dr.
Reverse.
J there, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go, Courthouse. They're going to be looking
I
to answer
emphasize
here.
little, Dr. J, but yeah.
Baker with the ball. He gets it up to Heath. Heath makes a move, passes to the corner to Havecock, who puts it in for 3.
I've heard a lot about Havecock. They say he's good.
His
but,
brother was amazing last year.
His defender helped out on the penetration, and they kicked it out to him wisely, and he knocked it down.
So here we go again. Green with the ball, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Bell. Bell gets a
Ooh,
little jazz.
he pulled the
Deep
trigger.
3
Whoa.
from the 5th ring of Saturn. Rebound by Courthouse. Outlet pass, almost loses it. Wild pass. Courthouse lucky to keep a hold of that one, Coach.
Yeah, they're trying to push tempo, I can tell.
So here we go. Havecock has the ball up top. He gets it to number 13.
Nice cut.
Cheveski. And that is a good 2-pointer from Everhart.
Threw it to the free throw line, and the guy back cut. We used to do that a lot with Swingle.
All righty. So as we have the score here, 7-5. That's my fault. Didn't update it there for you guys. But here we go. Sorry, 7-4. Courthouse is in the lead here. McClain looking to answer back with a basket of their own. Green tries to do a little one-on-one there, gets it out to Bell. Oh, sorry, that's Cummins. Cummins breaks the defense, goes up, and makes the end 1 for 2.
Not sure what McClain's trying to do other than dribble drive right now. They're just trying to beat people off the dribble. I don't see a lot of cutting yet.
It looks a little stagnant there, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of standing around,
Not
but
a
we'll
lot
see.
of moving without the ball, and that's something that you're going to have to do against this hard-nosed defense in Washington Courthouse.
That could be by design right now. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
So Cummins goes to the line, misses the free throw. That's a big one, as it would have tied the game. Courthouse with the ball. Good ball movement. 3 up. No good by Heath. It's going to be out of bounds. It goes to McClain, so they kind of get a break there. Now, Coach, I will say this McClain student session looks absolutely lit.
Oh, yeah, they always are.
Next time we should call the game in the student section. That would be awesome. All right, so here we go. Cummins brings the ball up the court. He is coming, as pun intended. He hands it off there to Zane Adams for 3. No good. Rebound. Everhart, he pushes the ball up the floor, gets it over to Haithcock, who passes down the hall. A beautiful look, but no good by Heath. Rebounded by McClain. Looks like we're going to have a full court. Oh, nice little chipness there, Coach. You got to love the passion. Here we go. We get the ball down there to Sykes.
Nice
Sykes
move.
Goes up, no good. Extra effort, doesn't come down with it. Rebound. Oh, but Riley comes up with the steal. Haithcock's there, but gets called for a carry, Coach.
I wasn't wrong. Courthouse is trying to push it.
Yeah, they are trying to run and gun.
Number 10 is really getting it and going out, their little point guard.
And it looks like Coach Haynes' strategy is kind of slow it down in the half court.
Yeah.
Make them beat them there, which when you're a running gun team, that's normally a good strategy. Make them beat you in the half court, sit down, play defense, and run a real offense there. As we have Cummins with the ball. He's scanning, looking to make a move. And like we kind of talked about, Coach, it's kind of been a lot of ISO ball here for Greenfield. As Green goes up and makes the and 1. So another basket for Green that gives him 4 points on the night. And an 8-7 lead here.
Coach Haynes showing some passion down on the floor. I like it.
And Coach, that's something that you always said. Whenever you're coaching hard or coaching passionately, how does your players not do that when you are?
Yeah, they definitely feed off your energy.
Missed free throw, but rebounded by McClain. Gets it back out. They now have an 8-7 lead. 3:50 to go in the game here. Cummins makes a nice move, gets open, has an open 3, decides to pass it over to Adams, who dribbles in, goes hard. Oh, but he's blocked by Haithcock.
Should have shot faked it right there.
Oh, and then he just makes not a smart decision there, Coach, with a foul that far away.
He's frustrated because he got the shot blocked, but all he had to do was jump stop and do a shot fake and just lay it in. But
I know that feeling all too well.
Sort of a lost art these days, it seems like, but he's a good kid. He'll figure it out.
Shot fake, get him on their feet and go around him.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go. The blue line's bringing the ball up the floor with Baker. He passes it over there to Heath. He passes it right back to Baker. Just kind of doing a little pass back and forth now, trying to see what the defense is going to do. Looks like McClain is in a 2-3 zone. Oh, jump to steal the pass. Wrong hand, though. Gets out of position. Open 3. Oh, they're going to call it over the back on number 13, Shaveski. That's going to be fun to say all night.
Courthouse is not afraid to shoot it, I'll tell you that.
Shaveski's last name looks how Coach Krzyzewski's name should be spelled.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. So here we go. Cummins bringing the ball up the floor. Has Baker playing some intense defense on him. Picks up his dribble, gets dead, gets it over there to Zane Adams. And, Coach, I can't tell if they're running a 4-out, 1-in, or a 5-out, or exactly what the offense is supposed to look like here for McClain.
I'm not sure either.
Green makes a nice move, gets blocked again by Haithcock. Oh, but McClain's able to come up with a steal. Cummins gets the ball, goes over to Sykes, kind of almost dropped it there. Cummins makes a move, goes up and under, and goes in for 2, and this place is going wild.
Officials timeout, or?
I think the officials thought that he called a timeout, Coach.
I got you.
But ended up not calling a timeout. Kind of works it for Courthouse. 10-7, 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. An absolutely packed gym here in the house that Van Meter built. Cummins, he is all over the defense, as the ref said, show me the money. That was a tip ball. And this 2-3 zone is, well, as I start saying, causing problems there. Oh, my goodness, a crazy shot there by Jacob Lindsay.
The
But
the
it
big
goes
man in
in.
the paint.
He reminds me of the
He's
guy
got-
from NC State.
He's got some heft.
So here we go. McClain down or up 10-9. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. And it looks like they're just going to try and work Courthouse, trying to get a good shot as Cummins backs him down. And it kind of looked like he didn't know what to do once he got down there, so he passes it back out to Bell. Oh, Bell loses it.
He lost it on a spin move.
Heath takes it, jump stop, goes up. That's exactly
Yep.
what you want to see there, Coach.
Yep. That's all he had to do. He's jump stop, got control.
Let the defenders go by him and go up strong
Yep.
and square. You're going to hear me and Coach Drew say a lot of the same stuff tonight because he taught me literally everything. So you're going to have to get over that.
Got a sub coming in for McClain.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be number 22, Hudson Levette, as we have a missed shot and rebound there by Lindsay as Courthouse pushing the ball up the floor. Number 2, Everhart shoots and scores
They
for
are
3.
not afraid to pop it from long range, man.
Live by the 3, die by the 3 as they're now up 14-10. 43 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Coach Haynes is calling out the play. It looks like we also have number 2, Brady Bendiger, looking to check in here for McClain. 30 seconds left here, Coach. Are you trying to hold it for the last shot or too much time?
I'd take it if I get a good one, but I wouldn't force it.
So here we go. And now, again, when it being the bottom of the quarter, oh, and an errant pass there.
Tough.
Steal by Lindsay. Oh, and the big fella goes coast to coast.
I don't think the guy receiving the pass was expecting it down there.
And he lost the ball, but they're saying out of bounds on McClain. The coaching staff for McClain not too happy about it. I'm going to tell you right now, Coach, I would not want to be a referee with Jared Haynes yelling at me because he is fired up. The ref is going to make him re-inbound the pass as he was talking to Coach Haynes and was not ready. And I do believe we had one fan already ejected in the JV game, so it is already a hostile environment here, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds to go. Courthouse with the ball. They're moving it fast.
Another 3.
Baker shoots it, misses. Second effort, though, gets it. It goes up and scored by Heath. So it's a 16-10 lead for Washington Courthouse. And, Coach, it looked like Courthouse just wanted it a little bit more there at the end. And it looks like McClain is getting a warning from the referee. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You're watching FAC basketball on the Ride the Wave show presented by North Fork Animal Clinic. And we are back here for the FAC Game of the Week on Ride the Wave Show presented by North Fork Animal Clinic. Also want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Roman Family Healthcare, the only healthcare option you need to think about here in Greenfield. And a shout out again to Harley O'Connor.
We may hire her full time.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
She's now hired for any time that she needs to do it. She just stepped in as we got here, ladies and gentlemen, said, "Yeah, I'll run this camera. That's light work."
Had somebody back out, and she stepped in with no worry. Oh, we got a guy.
My goodness, Haithcock breaking some ankles out here.
It's good D, though, on him. Another 3.
Rebounded by Lindsay, and the big fella goes
big
back
man.
up. Oh, and a great effort there by Sykes.
You got to throw that to the other end, though. You don't want to throw it into this end. He saved it. He should have just flung it to the other end. Of course, that's easy for me to say. I'm not out there in the middle of the action. Greenfield needs to get a score here and get a couple stops because it could get away from them pretty quickly if they're not careful.
So here we go. Greenfield bringing the ball up the floor here.
Another turnover.
And that's just what's going to kill you, Coach.
Well, they're being a little lazy with the ball.
But I will say they've turned it over a lot, but they've been able to hustle back and kind of stop
No,
it.
they're working hard. It's not for lack of effort. They're just being a little lazy with the ball.
Yep, just got to be more careful with it as Haycock gets the inbound, gets down to Lindsey.
The big man,
Lindsey is
left-handed, a little bit of
a
little bit of a jump hook for the big man inside. 18-10. Like I said, you need to get a score and a couple stops.
Now the McClain offense, Coach, we kind of talked about a little bit off air. They just kind of look a little lost right now. A lot of dribble handoff.
The turnovers have killed them here the last several possessions.
Stops them from being able to get into a real rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not like another turnover.
Yep.
Boy, that's hurting them bad.
Heath with the ball for Courthouse, makes a move, finds Everhart in the corner who gets it up to Baker who shoots another three, misses. Great box out.
That's good ball movement by Courthouse, though. They're getting good looks.
Jordan Bell with a great box out on Lindsey, then brings the ball up the floor. Zane Adams for three, no good. Shot looked good, just kind of went right a little bit. We have 6:24 to go in the first quarter. Haithcock thought about a three, then said, nah, thought better of it. As this student section is trying to put some life into this crowd. Oh!
Nope. McClain bench trying to get the team fired up defensively. A big man inside kicked it out for another three.
Haithcock wide open, misses that one though. 22, love it. For McClain gets the rebound out to Adams, and now he's pushing it up the floor. Gets it to Cummins.
Lovett comes from an athletic background. I know several members of his family that are great athletes. Good people.
So here we go with McClain hoping that Lovett can dip into that family tree a little bit. Makes a good pass there to Owen Sykes.
Courthouse is up their defense a little bit. They're getting after them.
They came out a little slow, but like you said, Coach, they've definitely upped the intensity here.
They're closing out on threes, which is important with this team. Another turnover.
Just crossed over a little too high. He saw it, gets it to Haithcock. It goes up and in.
Might get a timeout here.
So a 10-point lead.
Yep,
timeout. Just like you called it, Coach, I think that's a good timeout here for Greenfield. As it's 5:13 to go in the second quarter. They came out to a quick lead, but now they're down 20-10. What do they, other than the turnovers, what do you think they need to change here, Coach?
They need to, in my opinion, they need to run. I haven't seen any sets for certain people. You got somebody that can make a post move or beat somebody off the dribble. Don't do anything fancy. Just throw the ball to the guy on the wing and clear out and let him go.
I agree.
You know, like Zane. I mean, he's a big kid. He's got a smaller kid on him. Post him up and take away help side and throw him the ball. So you need to go for high percentage shots and then play good defense, and you'll get back in this. I mean, it's still early.
And I think too, Sykes has had the ball down low a couple of times where I think you'd rather have him make a move and go up with it instead of passing out to the three. As it looks for the Courthouse side, you said they wanted to play fast. Well, there's the other way of playing fast, to getting turnovers and pushing it.
That's what's happening.
And that's exactly what they've done, and it's been working here for them. So we're coming out of the timeout here. Again, there's 5:13 to go in the quarter. 20-10. Greenfield is up. Thank God I've been doing the radio for a while, and I just hate to say that time because, again, shorthanded tonight, so we won't be having the time for you, but we'll at least have the quarter as we come out of the timeout with Cummins bringing the ball up. It's Bell bringing the ball up the floor. Gets it over to Owen Sykes, who takes it down low. Did the pump fake, didn't go up with it, though. Gets it back out to Cummins, who gets over to Green. Nice hard take, goes up, misses it. But Cummins with the rebound out to Adams for three. Oh, that form looked a little off there, Coach. Rebound there by Courthouse. Pushing the ball up the floor. Oh, man. Cummins and Bell have been all over the place tonight for McClain.
McClain and a man.
They came out from that 2-3 zone they're playing. I think there's too many threes were hurting them in that 2-3 zone.
Well, we got a break here, Clay. I just want to say something about John Wind.
Absolutely.
John Wind was their PA guy here for years. He was the PA guy for the Chillicothe Paints. Good friend of mine, huge supporter of McClain Athletics. Great guy. And the PA guy now does a fine job, but it does not seem the same without John Wynn.
It's kind of like the Paints. You go there, and it's not that the guy doesn't do a bad job. It's just not the same as whenever you're a child going there.
John Wynn could have been a PA guy for a professional team.
Oh, 100%.
He had that voice.
Yes.
He was incredible.
The golden voice.
Yeah, he was, and I miss that. Miss John.
All righty, so 20-10, my favorite time, 4:20 to go left in the first half. So we're going to see what Courthouse can do here with this special time in the game. I do have to say, Coach, I absolutely love this gym.
Yeah, I like the floor. They've redone it recently, and it's beautiful. Yeah, that's one of the Carter boys taking the ball out down there. He used to work with his dad and brother, and I loved those guys. A lot of coaches didn't like him. I loved him.
Okay, so here we go. Washington Courthouse with the ball. Haycock brings it up. Gets it down there.
Little screen and roll, high.
To Shavetsky.
Offensive rebound. You can't have that. There's another three.
And there we go. That one by Heath. And the Courthouse Lions are starting to heat up a little bit here, Coach.
McClain needs to get this thing under 10 by half. There's 3:55 left. They're down 13. They've only scored 10 points.
They came out of the gates hot, Coach, but then Courthouse has really clamped the defense as Zane Adams makes a move, gets it out there to Matt Cummins. And then
good move. Man,
just did go in, but good effort there by Sykes, who gets three.
There we go.
Up.
There we go.
And it seems like every single time they score, it's an and one, Coach.
Yeah. They just got to quit turning it over, and they got to be a little more under control in their shots. They get it inside and throw up some wild stuff. That last shot was great.
So Sykes gets his first points of the night, now going to.
You know, a lot of kids don't understand, Clay. You shot fake not only to get the defender off his feet, but to gather yourself and get your feet where you want them before you put the shot up. You shot fake and get your feet set and put it up. Got to get a hand up, man.
Yeah, hand down, man
down. Got to get a hand up.
That was a 2 from number 22.
They were in good position defensively, just didn't get their hand up.
Now, I don't have a 22 on my roster here, so if you know who number 22 is for Greenfield, let us know. Hayden Osborne, look at that.
Harley
O'Connor.
She is the MVP of this broadcast.
She is the new camera girl.
Our camera person.
Of Ride the Wave.
Is helping us with everything.
We are definitely underpaying her, Coach.
Harley needs to demand more money.
Good thing we don't have a union.
She is getting paid, by the way, everybody.
Yes, this is not a free gig.
A cool $50.
Good time for Christmas time.
Payment.
And her birthday's in 6 days, so happy early birthday to Harley.
That's $50 more than I'm getting for doing this.
Yeah, you're getting my love, though, so you know. You win some, you lose some. All right, Lindsay with the rebound after the miss gets it to Haycock, who brings it up. On your normal Ride the Wave show shenanigan broadcast.
Haycock is he's taller than I thought he was.
You know.
What's he listed at, 6'5"?
Let me make sure before I yes, he's listed at 6'6", 175.
Yeah, he's got some length. And
so,
he fills out, he's going to be a handful.
Looks like they call a charge there on Lindsay. 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Green with the ball up top. He's going to get it over there to number 10.
Okay, now we're running a little something.
There we go. Ball's moving, humming, buzzing, roaring like a tiger. Green makes a move.
Nice
and
move.
It goes up strong. It goes in. Brandon Green, the leading scorer for McClain tonight, as he makes it a 25-14 score. And like you said, Coach, the Tigers need to try and get this under 10 going into halftime to give themselves some confidence. Lindsay gets it over there to Shavetsky. Shavetsky makes a nice spin, but loses it. Oh, no, and Sykes gets on the floor, pushes it up. Cummins has it. Or that's Bell.
Oh.
My goodness. Shavesky said, I'm having a block party, and you're the first one invited, Jordan Bell.
I will say it again. Jump stop, shot fake, lay it in.
But they're going to call a foul, not on the shot, after the block when he came down on him, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, they are calling it on the shot. Okay.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think that was a clean. I think the block was clean. If anything, they're calling it whenever he landed. Looks like Bell is going to go to the line to shoot for 2. As he missed it, Coach, that's another thing that's killing McClain tonight. They've had a lot of free throws that they have not connected on.
Yeah, they're not shooting it well at all. They're okay when they get in close normally, but 14 points with 1:49 left in the second's not going to get it done.
Bell shoots again.
Missed it again. Went over the line.
Yeah, it didn't matter if he would have made it or not.
That's another thing that'll drive a coach insane.
Yeah, that's why you hated when I went to the free throw line.
Just unforced turnovers like that.
I remember at the end of my career, though, I just started catching and shooting like hot shot, and it started going in a lot more because I stopped thinking about it so much. All right, so here we go. Courthouse with the ball. They get saved by 2 missed free throws. A beautiful back cut by Hancock. Oh, and he misses it.
Missed it.
Rebound by Cummins. He's pushing up the floor. Hits Green. Green passes it down low, up, and just missed. Hancock gets it, dribbles off his foot, though. Sight goes up and in.
And fouled. That'll help.
And that's what you need from McClain. You need to score with the clock stopped. And if you can get these guys into foul trouble, Coach, I mean, that's Haithcock's second.
That's going to cut it to 9, and he's shooting, right?
Yeah, and Haithcock's kind of grabbing his elbow there.
Yeah.
Now, Sykes, he has missed a couple of free throws already.
If he gets this one and gets a stop, and they get a stop on the other end, they can, cut this thing to 7, and they can be right back in it.
Almost. Oh, and here we go. Another miss for McClain. Coach, I'd fair to say they've missed 6 free throws already. That would make this a lot different ball game. As Heath drives baseline, pulls it out.
We should probably ask Harley. She could probably tell us what their free throw percentage is.
Oh, yeah, she could probably tell us that just doing the math off her head. Human calculator here with Harley. As we have a foul on McClain here, and I'm just going to guess that Coach Haynes is not happy with it by the amount of yelling he's doing at the refs. And that'll put them in the bonus. Again, new rule this year, there's no 1-on-1. Everything is a double bonus, and that is dumb, just so we're all clear on that. I don't understand it. It takes out all strategy.
Sometimes the state changes the rules just because it's like they're justifying their job.
Yeah.
We got to change the rules, show them we're doing something.
Maybe
I don't get it.
Yeah, sometimes you're doing a good job by making sure everything stays the same.
Yeah.
So.
Don't force it.
And,
another layup, another missed layup. Tell you, man.
This is a good Courthouse team, Coach, but I feel like McClain just has a lot of self-inflicted wounds. As an absolute air ball on a layup, something you don't see every day. Yeah. As Haithcock gets it, though.
I love Cummins, his effort, but he's just having trouble getting it to go in the hole.
Sykes, jump stop, shot fake up. It did go in, Coach, but still look good.
Man, they're having trouble making.
And a ticky-tack foul on Sykes about 90 feet from the basket. So another kind of foul you just don't want if you're a head coach there, Coach.
Tell you, they're having trouble making shots, and that's not good.
Shot
for a basketball team.
All right, here we go. Courthouse with the ball. 30 seconds to go in the half. They lead 27-16.
Cummins is getting after him. I don't know if that was a foul either. Might have got him with the body.
I don't think they picked the right refs to ref a McClain
Cummins
game.
Reminds me of Braylon Roberts over Paint Valley.
Yes.
Short and stocky and plays his ass off. I like that kid.
As we have number 10 checking in here for McClain.
Adams is out.
And I think that might be just give Adams a little extra breather here before the end of the halftime.
Yeah.
Substitution. Beautiful pass by Baker and finished by Lindsey. He has come in. He is the second leading scorer with 6.
Don't take a bad shot and give up points here.
7 seconds to go. McClain with the ball, hands it off to Cummins. Shot fake. Gets it to Sykes. Sykes shoots the open 3.
Nope.
Air ball. And that is going to be the end of the first half. McClain, 50 years that to the day that this gym was open, they have closed the offense as they only scored 16 and Courthouse scores 29. Coach, what are your first half thoughts here?
Turnovers. I tell you, the shot selection is not terrible for McClain. They've just missed easy shots.
Yes.
But they've turned it over, and they need to turn over their offense. It's 13 points. You don't need to be pushing it now. Come down and run something. Like I said, I haven't really seen any sets, individual sets they run for certain players. A lot of coaches don't do that anymore for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. But you know, your best players, you gotta feed them the ball where they have a high percentage of scoring, and I haven't seen that. Maybe I just haven't noticed it, but that's what I'm looking at.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break here and let you watch these cheerleaders do their thing in some Christmas sweaters. We're going
Festive.
to take a quick break. You're watching FAC basketball here on Ride the Wave Show, presented by North Fork Animal Clinic.
Let's hear it for your McClain High School cheerleaders.
Hello and welcome into the Ride the Wave show presented to you by North Fork Animal Clinic. Also want to welcome in Roman Family Healthcare to the new round of sponsors. If you're thinking of healthcare anywhere else, don't. Just go to Roman Healthcare and make sure that they get you well. Now, Coach, there's another place that we definitely need to be giving a shout out here.
Yeah, after this game, we're going to go to one of my favorite places. Love the place, love the owner. The owner is Shelly Gregg, who I actually taught back in the day in 6th grade. She's a Paint Valley girl, but she's a Greenfield girl now. But she is the proprietor at Furman's, and they have amazing burgers, amazing food. She makes some killer onion rings. We're going to head up there after the game. You've never been there, right?
I've never been there. I'm ready to kill a burger.
Yeah, you're going
to
love.
I'm ready to Ted Bundy this burger.
You're going to love this place. It's your kind of bar.
Now, Coach, you say you taught her back in the day. It has to be rewarding to teach kids, and then they grow up and do big things, and they're like, Coach, I got you. Come here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
hang out.
Oh, no, it's the best.
Now,
it's
one of those is the absolute legend of McClain basketball, Dante Jackson, coaching at Xavier after he went there and played against Xavier. Great story. You told me, he said it on the show. They're playing Upper Sandusky in the shot. Upper Sandusky's averaging 110 points a game.
Yeah, I was there.
McClain beat them 107-50. It was absolutely wild. Coach, tell me about just what Dante was like here at McClain and what those days were like for the Fighting Tigers.
Well, he's the best player ever to play at McClain. I don't think there's even a question. But I'll give you a little story. He played on my AAU team back in he graduated in 07, and he played on my team like 03, 04, something like that. And he didn't play a lot of games. He would just come in and play now and then.
Yeah.
Because I had Michael Howard from Greenfield was on the team, and we had Jeremy McLeod from Western and Jeremy Bennington from West Union. I mean, we were loaded. But all these players were really good. Dante would show up at a practice or a game, and his mere presence and his attitude and his joy for playing the game just lifted everybody up.
Yeah.
And everybody became better because he was there. And, he never hogged the ball. He never overshot it, didn't make many mistakes. But he was a joy. I just coached him just a little bit, not much at all. But the little time I got to coach him, it was a distinct pleasure for sure. I love the guy.
And growing up in Ross County, obviously for me it was Humpty Hitchens. That's kind of who our guy was. But people don't understand. I mean, Dante here was pretty much LeBron James. I mean, people looked up to him like people looked up to LeBron, and those battles that Greenfield, Vinton County, and Chillicothe had the 4 years that he was here.
Logan Elm.
It's kind of like that state title that Chillicothe won back in 08 was kind of a representation for the whole area of how good this area was back in the late 2000s for basketball.
Yeah, Dante was he could have probably started varsity as an 8th grader. I think Rick Van Meter told me back at the time. They knew he was special from a young age.
And I always heard the legend about him. Never got to meet him, never got to do anything like that. Just kind of saw him whenever we come over here. So whenever we started a sports talk show, we were like, yep, Dante Jackson. Definitely got to get him on there. And if you guys are wondering, why are you guys so heavy on McClain? They literally asked us to be here and Coach taught here. So get over it. All right, so we have about 8 seconds. Harley the Queen is back.
O'Connor.
No, we're calling her Harley the Queen.
Harley the Queen, okay.
The queen of videoing is back here as we start the second half. Courthouse again.
Look at her working that camera.
Oh, my gosh.
She looks like she's a seasoned veteran.
No, ladies and gentlemen, this is not ESPN if you're wondering from how good this camera work is. So here we go. McClain has the ball. 7:50 to go here as the quarter just started. Courthouse now has a 29-16 lead. And McClain, they're just trying to figure out how to not turn the ball over here in the second half.
That's important. They had way too many turnovers. I don't know how many it was, but it was too many.
I feel like Coach Haynes. Oh, nice back cut there by Adams.
Another block shot. Haithcock.
He's going to have a few of those here tonight as Green gets the ball up and passes it up to Cummins. Makes a nice move. Oh, probably should have shot that, Coach. But instead gets it out to Adams, who passes it over to Sykes. Nice pass there to Bell, who just shoots it a little too hard.
I really like their patience there. They missed a shot again, though. But
Cummins with
there
the
we
steal
go.
and a three.
There's a three. That's what they needed.
Riley Cummins trying to will his McClain Tigers back into this game.
Well, nobody's playing harder than that kid, I'll tell you that.
On either side of the court.
They just called a foul on him. Come on.
I'm trying to hold back my feelings on these refs. We'll just leave it at that.
That was a bad call. I don't know the two guys that are with
Oh, you have way more authority in Southern Ohio to call out a referee than I do.
Yeah.
29-19. Courthouse with the ball in the lead. Oh, Cummins is down, and that doesn't look good.
Carter, the official, you haven't seen him make one of those calls.
And here we go. Chavesky with his first points of the night.
You know, it's always been my opinion that there's a pass inside. Good.
And we got a high-scoring game now.
If the foul doesn't affect play, if you don't knock the ball away by fouling or you don't cause a turnover, if a guy just gets bumped bringing it up the court but retains possession, why call it, you know?
I completely agree with that. Good move by Havecock, but he loses it. Courthouse gets it back out. Chavesky with the ball. They have it at Havecock. He has a great mismatch here on Bell. But Bell uses his strength to force it out. And that was beautiful defense there by Jordan Bell. 4.
So they're not going to call a foul on that, but they called it the other end. I don't like it.
Makes a lot of sense. # not. As Miss and then Havecock gets the rebound, pushes it over to Heath.
Yeah.
Out of bounds on Courthouse, so it's going to be McClain ball. They're down 10, 5:47 to go.
It's okay.
Coach, they need a score here.
They need to get a good shot here and convert it.
They can cut this lead down to 8. That's a lot more manageable if you're Coach Haynes. And you know that Courthouse went on that run in the late in the first quarter, but Greenfield's been able to kind of stay right there in striking distance the rest of this game. As I get the clock fixed, we're actually in quarter number 3, not quarter number 2. As a miss there, pushed up by Courthouse.
Nice
Beautiful
look.
pass,
Wow.
and it goes in.
That was a hell of a pass. Courthouse is pretty good. He got some size, some quickness.
So here we go. Cummins with the ball. He's been, doing everything that he can do to help this McClain Tigers team tonight. Green trying to make a move. Nice spin move, but great defense by Chavesky. I'm going to say his name probably 4 different times tonight as Bell shoots the 3. No good. Rebound by Heath, but knocked away by Cummins. Man, I feel like every single time you see that ball, Cummins is right there, Coach.
I tell you what, I'll say it again, I'd like to see some isolation for a couple of these McClain kids. Adams and a couple others, get them isolated and let them do their thing.
So here we go, 33-21, 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Baker bringing it up, gives it over to Havecock. Havecock gives it over to Heath, and some hard-nosed defense there by Jordan Bell. Havecock gets the ball. He has made a couple of threes tonight, so you got to stay on him. Baker with the ball up top, was open, didn't even look to shoot it, though.
There's a post up finally. Kicks it back out.
Yeah, a little inside-out game. Baker wide open for the 3, and it's good.
Baker's a nice little guard. I like him.
Baker hits the 3, and Coach Haynes hits the timeout as Courthouse jumps out to a 36-21 lead. 4:05 to go. You're watching FAC basketball on Ride the Wave, presented by North Fork Animal Clinic. And welcome back into FAC basketball on Ride the Wave show, presented by North Fork Animal Clinic. And Coach, I would not want to have been a McClain player in that huddle during that timeout.
Coach Haynes was getting after him, but that's okay.
That's what you need to do as a coach.
Yeah,
and I feel like, people in today's society don't understand. Hard coaching just means that you love the players and you want them to do better.
Yeah, and he's only in his third game, for the men's program here. He's a good coach. He'll get it going.
One thing that you said to me, Coach, that always stuck with me is like, if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't coach you hard.
That's right. The day that I quit getting on you and yelling at you, that's when you had to worry.
Yeah. Trust me, I never had to worry.
Yeah.
So here we go. Pinwell with the ball. Cummins with the ball. Gets out to Sykes, who makes a move. Lindsey said, bring it in here because you ain't scoring on me today. And one thing I've noticed by this Courthouse team, Coach, they're doing a lot of talking on defense.
Yeah, well, that's crucial. You have to.
As a long three there from Bell is no good.
I don't know what McClain's shooting percentage is, but it's not good.
Definitely under 50%.
A lot of open shots.
And Everhart shoots, misses. Rebound there by Lovett.
And a lot of them are uncontested. Like that one, uncontested.
Missed three, rebounded there by Haycock. Green had the open look, just couldn't put it in the bottom of the net. Story of the night here for the Tigers. Baker makes a move, goes up, misses. Lindsey fought for the rebound for Courthouse, wasn't able to get it. As we have Cummins bringing the ball up the floor now. Gives off to Green. Green makes a move. Gets it to Lovett, who pulls up, misses, rebound there by Lindsey. And it looks like Courthouse, they're still trying to do that run and gun, Coach, but also slowing it down, making sure they get a good shot.
Haycock is a senior. I would have guessed he was younger than that.
100%. I think he's the lone senior for...
What's Baker?
Oh, no, Chavesky is also a senior. And everybody else except for those two are juniors.
Okay. Maybe I'm just getting older, but they all look so young to me.
It's not like the Drew Bobs and the Dante Jacksons
Right.
out there. Drew Bob looks like he looked like he got off his 9 to 5 and just went to practice.
Mason McCloy, Dylan Swingle. Yeah.
Mason McCloy was painful, literally. All right, 2:05 to go here in the third quarter. Haycock gets the inbound pass. Looks to make a move here on Levet.
Fade away, nope.
Did his best Dirk Nowitzki impression, but didn't make it as McClain gets the rebound, and they're starting to push it up the floor here now. Bell with the ball.
There you go.
Corner it good by Brady Binniger. It's a foul on number 3, Cummins.
Brady Binniger is Matt Binniger's son, who I also know from back in the day.
And if McClain can get a stop here and a couple of scores, Coach, they can, again, still be right back in this ballgame, only down 12.
Just need to make a little run,
Which-
but you got to get stops.
The way they played, you would imagine they'd be down by 20.
Yeah.
So here we go, Bell with some hard-nosed defense. Tristan Dowden in there playing some defense for McClain. Lindsey gets it down low.
You cannot stop the big man inside. He posts you up and just knocks it down.
Big men are the reason I had to run 100 freaking stair laps after I lost to White Oak my sophomore year. Still have nightmares about it. Thank you, Riley Marco, in the senior class that year for
Volunteering.
volunteering me to go to hell. 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter, 38-24. Deep three, no good. Rebounded by Courthouse, gets it out to Baker. Baker driving in there, pulls the ball out, gets it over to number 12, Robertson.
Baker makes some good decisions.
He
I
really
like that.
does.
I like that kid.
He's passed up a lot of good shots for a better shot tonight.
Yeah, I like him.
I believe he also has a cousin, Julian Baker, who goes to Miami Trace. Great football player. So here we go, Courthouse inbounding the ball. Chavesky with it. Gets it to Robertson. Makes the weirdest shot fake I've ever seen, but it gets it done. 25 seconds go. Haithcock dribbles it out past the volleyball line. Haithcock trying to make a move, but Bell is all over. Oh, and a great interception there by Levette. Pushes the ball up the court, gets it to Binniger. Binniger looking for a shot. Somehow not a foul call there, but now we get the foul call.
It's one thing Courthouse does not want to do, start making silly fouls, stopping the clock.
Yeah, because you don't want them to score with no time coming off the clock.
In a game like this, it's 38-24 with almost the end of the third quarter. 14 points seems like 30.
Yeah.
When it's this such a low-scoring game. It's kind of weird because it hasn't really been a grinded-out game. People have been shooting it.
Yeah, just a bunch of missed shots.
Yeah.
I feel like that has to attest to the early season legs, Coach.
Probably.
Trying to get from that football shape to that basketball
Another
shape.
turnover.
Oh,
2 turnovers.
so it ends on a steal, then a steal in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. Washington Courthouse leading 38-24. You're watching FAC basketball on Ride the Wave Show, presented by North Fork and McClain. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in here to the house that Van Meter built. 50 years to the day that this gym was made, and we are not making good history here for this gym tonight, as Courthouse has a commanding 38-24 lead over McClain as we head into the fourth quarter here. Again, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, North Fork Animal Clinic. They became our main sponsor over the week, and then also adding to the family, Roman Family Health Care. So if you're in Greenfield and you need somewhere to go to Roman.
Got some scores here. Union's up 50-47 in the fourth quarter against Westfall.
My goodness.
Huntington's down to Piketon 45-30. Paint Valley's up on Adina 27-16. So Paint Valley playing better.
That's your SVC score update. We will have some FAC score updates.
Brought to you by me.
Brought to you by the David Schumann.
Somebody or something tells me Van Meter's not listening to this game. I don't think he great pass by Courthouse.
As Haithcock adds 2 more, and they now get to 40.
McClain's going to have to do something defensively here to try to get back in this thing.
And as we give you a fefew scores around the FAC, now this was all at halftime. We are sure that they are later in the game than that. Hillsborough was up 26-21 on Chillicothe at the half. Miami Trace was up 26-20 over Jackson at the half.
See, that Binniger kid plays hard too for McClain.
And he had a great shooting stroke there.
They got 2 or 3 kids that really get after it. They just got to get some better shooting.
And you know, Coach, this team, I mean, they have a good mix of juniors and seniors, but they have a lot of freshmen on this team that look like they could be promising.
They are young, so you gotta keep that in mind. Adams missed a 3 there, but he got a good look at it again. Adams looks like the kind of kid. He's got a decent shot. I think he's going to be a good shooter. They're just having trouble knocking him down tonight.
And I feel like when it comes to like this McClain job and Coach Haynes or Coach Urick over at Huntington or Alley. Oh, it's a nice steal there.
That's what they need. That's a 3 too. Oh,
Oh, and a good hustle putback by Sykes.
They're not going to quit.
As in Syke, that miss actually was going to go in. But, Coach, I feel like whenever you're looking at the Southeasterns, the Huntingtons, the McClains, you're looking and say, hey, you know, it might not be a lot now, but they have a lot of good up-and-coming talent.
Yeah.
I mean, you could throw Paint Valley into that mix.
Yeah, Paint Valley's got a couple really good young kids that are going to help them here in a year or two.
All right, so, Bittinger tried to take the charge there. I'd almost would have given that to him, Coach.
I don't know, man.
But nonetheless, Courthouse is going to go to the free throw line up 40-26.
Still plenty of time left, 6:21. Missed it.
That's what you need if you're McClain right now. That's Julian Edelman. That can't be his name. That is a Patriots
Julian
player.
Edelman.
I swear that's what I thought the announcer just said, and then I said it. I'm like, that's not right. And that one goes in for Shavesky.
Need to get some quick hitters here.
And honestly, Coach, I just don't know exactly who you want to go to for a three-point shot here either. Because Zane Adams, although he looks good, he's been kind of off tonight. And another block there by Haithcock.
Been a lot of block shots against McClain tonight.
Another ticky-tack foul called. 6:02 to go here in the game, 41-26. Again, Roman Family Healthcare is joining a great list of sponsors. We have Sunrush Water. We have Wagner's Roadhouse, the Cozy Inn, and Tomlinson's Insurance, as well as Norfolk Animal Clinic. And don't forget, they're not a sponsor right now, but we can't not give them a shout out. Furman's. Make sure you're going there, man. It's good.
Legendary. We'll see you up there after the game.
Yes, sir. If you want an autograph by, not me, but by Coach Shue.
And nobody wants that. I'll tell you what. I'd take that Cummins kid on my team any day.
Oh, he is playing his absolute heart out.
I'd love to have that kid. You can build around a kid like that.
And a two by Levette.
Down to 13. It's not over.
So it looks like Haynes is going to call a timeout here. So we're going to take a quick break. Again, you're watching FAC basketball presented by Norfolk Animal Clinic on Ride the Wave Show. And welcome back in here to the house that Van Meter built, as Van Meter again would not be very happy with the score right now. 41-28, 5:42 to go. But Coach, like you said, 13-point game. Never say never.
Giving up 41 with 5:42 left, that's Van Meter-ish.
Yeah.
But scoring 28 is not.
Not very Van Meter.
It'd be more like 65-41.
All right, so here we go. Baker with the ball. Skip pass over to Haycock. Almost intercepted there, Coach. Man.
They're gambling now, so this can go either way,
Yeah.
and that time it went the wrong way. But they're running out of options at this point.
Yeah, you're either going to gamble, get the ball, and
Yeah.
have a comeback, or you're going to miss.
And when you gamble more times than not, you're not going to win.
That's what happens to me at the casino,
play.
that's for sure. All right, Baker gets the inbound. And again, here we go with Bell.
See,
Man, it just picked his pocket. Pulls up from 3, and it's good! Bell with the play of the game for Greenfield so far.
McClain has no quit in him. I'll give him that.
And again, it is quarter 4. Not doing the best with the clock here tonight, but I warned you, so you can't yell at me. That's all I got to say.
I think they're going to have a decent year because just by their effort alone.
Oh,
Because the shooting will come, you know.
Yes. The more you get the ball in your hand, just get shots up, work on it, get your basketball legs in you.
Yeah.
And one thing I've noticed, Coach, I feel like you can test this, they're just not jumping really high on their shot. They're barely kind of getting off the ground there.
Beat off the dribble there. That wasn't good. Caught the defender flat-footed.
So here we go. Levette to Zane Adams. Zane Adams, I mean, Coach, we have the ball down that low. You got to be looking to score. Bell gets a pump fake. Nice little push off to create some space there. Spin move. Oh, my goodness, to Levette.
Get a shot fake in there, and you'd have got a foul and maybe 2.
So, you know, McClain goes to the charity stripe. Not very charitable for them, though, here tonight.
Yeah.
Levette shoots and scores on the first.
Plenty of time left. It's not over by any stretch.
You know, and Coach, one thing, they've been kind of just hanging out of that 13-10 ratio of a deficit. And, you know, they've been playing right with Courthouse, but when you're already down by X amount of points, you got to be playing a little bit better than.
You got to get several stops in a row, you know, and they haven't been able to do that.
I will say this band has absolutely been rocking here tonight, Coach.
They've always had a great band up here.
And one thing that surprised me is they don't just have a cheerleading team. They have a whole dance team as well.
Yeah.
Like, they're just dancers.
Yeah, even back in the 80s when I was here, their band was always phenomenal.
I love how they play Eye of the Tiger. I mean, they are the Tigers.
That's right. That's the idea.
Here we go, Levette shoots. Misses the second.
They're having trouble shooting the ball, you know.
And I feel like, too, Coach, you want to go to the free throw line to kind of get in your rhythm, to get your shots good. So when you're already missing there, it makes it even harder to kind of get in your rhythm.
Poor shooting and turnovers are a bad combination.
Yeah. Normally not the recipe for a good cake.
No.
So here we go, Courthouse. They're trying to maintain.
That could have been called on Baker offensively.
Kind of lowered his shoulder there, but he's going to get away with that one as Courthouse
Looked like an elbow to the face to me.
is going to retain the ball. Inbound to Haithcock, over to Baker. Beautiful inbound pass. Baker goes up to shoot the ball, ends up getting fouled.
Yeah, that Haithcock kid is smooth, man.
First shot up, no good.
Neither team is shooting the lights out tonight.
I can't confirm that all lights are still on, so you are correct, Coach. As it looks like Lindsay is checking back into the ball game. And Baker makes the second. So Bell with the ball, he's going to be bringing it up here. You know, we haven't seen Cummins in for a while, Coach. I wonder if he's hurt or they're just giving him a breather
I
or
thought
what.
Cummins was number 4.
Oh, no, number 4 is Jordan Bell. Cummins is number 3. At least that's what I have, yes.
Coach Haynes gave me the wrong number.
Way to go, Coach.
So it's Bell's the one I've been talking about. Whenever I said anything about Cummins, I meant Bell.
Bell has been all over the place.
I wish I was as professional as Harley O'Connor, but I'm
I know.
not.
I wish I was too, and this is my podcast. Here we go. Bell out with a miss. Gets over to Sykes, shoots
Wide
the
open.
three, and it's good! Owen Sykes with the three. They cut it to 11 with just under 3 minutes to go.
Tell you, it's not over.
Lindsey catches it at half court.
Boy, that was a dangerous place
was.
to catch it. He should have stayed on the other side of the line.
Baker
But he pulled it off.
gets it across half court to Shevesky.
Well, if they get a stop or a turnover here, they got a shot.
Courthouse is trying to run their offense, not turn the ball over. They get it down to Lindsey. He's been a great X factor here.
They're going to hold it and try to get fouled.
Oh, he tries to pick down to Shevesky, doesn't get it.
Shows what I know.
But Shevesky's able to recover and go up for two.
Should have said unless they get a layup, which they got.
Coach, it's Friday the 13th, and number 13 looks to see like the lead of the night here.
Yeah.
Bell with the ball.
The bell of the ball.
Adams. Oh, my goodness!
Now they're starting to shoot it.
I think we're seeing what they could be here tonight, Coach.
Yeah, in a month.
And you know, Coach, that's we have a 30-second timeout, so we're just going to stay right here. Again, you're watching FAC basketball presented by North Fork Animal Clinic on the Ride the Wave show. But, Coach, I feel like that's kind of how our teams always were. We always kind of came out, off to a sluggish start, maybe 2-2, maybe 2-4. By the end of the season, we'd only have 5 or 6 losses. So we only lost 2 towards the end of the season. And it was kind of like you said, we'd have those playoff runs. The football players would get in a little late. So we're really using the first couple weeks of the season to gel as a team. As we have a 10-point game here now, 1:47 to go, and I can smell those Furman burgers starting to hit the grill.
Shelly, if you're listening, get them ready. You know what I want.
Pepper Jack. All right, so here we go. Courthouse inbounds ball, football pass. Oh, and it's taken away by the football player. Owen Sykes. He gets it over to Cummins.
You need to do something quick here.
This is
quick and under control.
Oh, open three by Cummins. He passes it up. Zane Adams for three. Misses. Rebound by Levette.
You don't have to have a three, guys.
Levette gets fouled. That's the fourth.
That was not a great foul for Courthouse.
Fourth on Courthouse. One more foul, Coach. And McClain's going to the line, but that is something to kind of hang your head on here if you're the Tigers, because they have not been shooting it well at the free throw line tonight. As Coach Haynes sets up the play, gets the ball in. Bell shoots it for three. No good. Rebound by Sykes. Out to Cummins for three.
Oh.
No good. And they're just going in and out.
Man, that was on line.
And I'm loving the hustle and effort here by Owen Sykes at the end of this game, Coach.
That would have cut it to 7. Like I said, they're not giving up. That's a good sign for Coach Haynes.
And you can feel it on this side of the gym, Coach. These fans are ready to erupt.
Yeah. I'd be willing to guess if McClain shot 50% tonight, they would have won.
Oh, 100%. If they shot 50%, they win 100%. What's that line in ignorance? 6% of the time. It works every time.
Yeah.
Havecock knocks them both down to put the lead to 12. All right, we're going to have a full timeout here, a minute and 14 to go. We're going to take a quick break. Again, you're listening to FAC basketball presented by North Fork Animal Clinic on Ride the Wave Show. Alrighty, we are back here at this 50-38 ball game here in the house that Van Meter built. McClain trying to make a miracle comeback here as we have 1:14 to go here in the game. Cummins with the ball. He is coming up the court. Just missed. But again, Sykes is right in there to try and cause some havoc, but it's going to get pushed out. And, Coach, one other thing that I'm noticing here with McClain is to run a few more sets here in the second half. They just ran one. That's why Bell got it open in the corner. So, and again, we talked about it with you before. You know, at the beginning of the season, you're trying to figure out, like, as players what to do. But with a coach, you're also trying to figure out what you're doing with the team and how you're going to be calling the game.
Yeah, and if you're bogged down, if you're not getting good shots, it only makes sense to run set plays for certain players, you know, to get high percentage shots that they can make. I mean, it seems very simple, but
the KISS principle, keep it simple, stupid.
That's right.
As Lindsey comes in, he hits two more there. He's been on absolute fire here tonight for these blue lines coming off the bench. Oh, and another block by Haithcock.
And he took a shot to the jaw, it looked like.
Haithcock, yeah, that's a smart decision.
Yeah, I wouldn't foul.
As there's only 35 seconds to go in the game.
I wouldn't foul now.
Looks like Courthouse are just going to hold the ball here. And again, great effort here by McClain. Just going to be not enough for him.
Yeah, McClain's going to be okay. They played hard. I wouldn't. I'm assuming they play again. I wouldn't be surprised if McClain beat them on the second go around. It wouldn't shock me. They're going to get better.
So there you have it, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions coming into the house that Van Meter built 50 years to the day and come up with a big win to start their FAC hopes 1-0 heading towards that league title. Coach Shu, it's an absolute pleasure to have you back here in the house that Van Meter built.
Always good to spend time with you, Clay. I love McClain. Coached here for 7 or 8 years to start my career. Like I said, I come up here and it's like I've been going for 35 years, and I can't go 10 feet without people talking to me like they've, you know, like we're old friends. So it's great.
I can attest. I saw the whole thing.
It's great.
And again, we want to give a shout out to the Queen Harley for coming in, not even knowing. She thought she was just coming to watch a basketball game tonight, and she did. Through the lens of a camera for all you fine folks at home to make sure that you could watch it too. Again, we want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors for hosting us tonight, and a big shout out for North Fork Animal Clinic becoming our main sponsor, and big shout out to our fans. Without you, this isn't possible, so thank you for tuning in to the Ride the Wave Show's edition of this 52-38 win for Washington Courthouse as they come out 1-0 for the FAC. You watched FAC basketball presented by North Fork Animal Clinic on Ride the Wave Show with Clay Archer, Dave Shoemaker, and Queen Harley on the camera. Peace out, Girl Scouts. We love you.
Shelly, get our sandwiches ready.
Farmers, we're on the way!